Sound check. Good morning. January 15, 2024, the second live market review that we're doing for the year. So, kababalik lang natin. Tingnan natin what's going on here. Welcome back to everyone who were with me from last week. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. And for the guys who are watching the recorded version of this on YouTube, thank you so much for spending your time watching the market review. I wouldn't call it the live market review anymore. Yeah, if you're watching this on a later time now. But I just want to make sure we have the audio and everything. Let me see. Ano nga natin? Let me see here. Sound check, sound check. Tingnan nga natin dito sa may kabila. Ano ba? Hindi ko marinig eh. Do we have the audio? But I think I do. Alright, tingnan na natin ah. So, I want to make sure that we sound check. Ayun. Parang hina pero alright anyway. Okay, so yep, believe we have audio clear now. All right. So anyway, so last week was a little bit complex when you talk about um dollar strength from, let's say, the hotter than expected inflation that initially sparked uh the dollar rally from last week. Kaso nga lang, um Fed's unwavering dovish stance, I would say, quickly corrected, or let's say sabihin natin uh doused the flames of that hotter than expected inflation number. So, ang nangyari is like, yeah, there was a good spike, there was a good rally for the dollar, but eventually got corrected. So, ibig sabihin, overall dollar strength was a bit complex, di ba? So, tingnan natin kung anong naging effect nung movement na yun for the entire week last week, and what could have been your possession, and at the same time, what can we do for the upcoming week? Yeah, given that we are still, no, we are still expecting, of course, lagi naman yan every week, we are expecting for high impact news. Okay, we're still expecting for high impact news for the week. All right, so yun yung mga babantayan natin for the rest of the week. So titingnan natin, we are to create, let's say, a trading plan for the entire week. Okay, yun lang naman talaga yung pinaka madaling gawin. All right, so let me jump in to my chart right now and let's begin. Ayan. So we're on to the AUD USD, the first currency pair on the majors. Of course, as you can see it here, meron na akong mga lines dyan. Pero fresh week, fresh start. Tanggalin natin lahat yan. Alright, so well, as usual, we start with the daily chart. Well, obviously, AUD-USD is still on an uptrend. Okay. Tapos ito yung nangyari last week. So we experienced some consolidation there from last week. Okay. So sabi nga natin, maganda yung umpisa. right? Maganda yung umpisa nung numbers from, let's say, the CPI, okay? For the dollar at least, yeah. Kasi, kumbaga, the expected number was 0.2 and the actual number that was released or the report was 0.3. So, definitely good number for the dollar there. So, started, sparked the rally for the dollar, okay? Then eventually, you have your 30-year bond auction, and at the same time, um, tawag dito, we had, uy, sandali, sorry, just give me one second. Medyo nag-freeze yung aking screen dito. Ayan, alright, sorry. So, we had that CPI number on Thursday that was released, no, tapos followed by your 30-year bond. Then you have the budget balance, like 3 a.m. on January 12, which made the market uh, reverse a bit. So, tingnan natin ha. Punta tayo dun sa January 12. Ayan. Ito. Okay? So, that's Thursday towards Friday. Okay? So, lagyan natin to ng dalawang vertical line para makita natin, na-obserbahan natin. Let's go to the 1 hourly chart. Look at this. Right? So, somewhere here was the drop. Okay? Good dollar strength. Then, nung madaling araw, kinorek niya rin. Tapos, you had your PPI number that was delivered or reported on Friday, which is not so good for the dollar. Look at this recovering back. Tapos, kinorek niya rin. No, kinorek niya rin ulit dyan. So, sabi ko nga, a little bit complex when it comes to the dollar numbers that was released last week. So, tingnan natin, where could this price lead? Where could this price go for the week? Okay? Yan yung sinasabi ko correction. And then it is visible across the major currency pairs. Look at euro going sideways. Look at pound, not necessarily sideways, but not really showing strength. Si dollar, and at the same time, just staying and hovering between these two significant levels. And I was expecting for that head and shoulder pattern to materialize, as seen on the daily charts, but daily chart, I mean. But we're still waiting for that right shoulder. No, if that right shoulder confirms, lalo na pag na-break niya yung neckline na yan, then we would expect for a much bearish move. Yep. Probably towards the end of the month. Okay. Makikita natin yan pag nag-confirm yung head and shoulder pattern. Pero sabi ko, isa-isahan natin to. Isa-isahin natin to. Kasi para makagawa tayo ng trading plan for the entire week. Alright? Pero tinignan lang natin yung overview. Okay? So, yun na nga yung nangyari kay dollar. So, going back, tingnan natin to. Tanggalin ko tong mga vertical line para hindi nakakalito. Vertical line, tanggal. Okay, good. So, as mentioned, the chart for AUD/USD is still an uptrend. Napaka-obvious naman pa rin ng uptrend niya. So, kung makikita nyo yung mga swings or cycles, whatever you want to call it, still visible. You have higher highs, you have higher lows. So, yep, expectation for a new phase or a new swing to begin here, right? Uh, is highly anticipated. If we go for the Fibonacci level somewhere here, and adjust ko lang ng konti itong nandito. Okay, good. So, we're still sitting above 61.8, right? Pero sabi ko nga dito, no, hindi talaga nakapag-establish ng, I'd say, magandang foothold si AUD/USD, at least for that uptrend. Pero historically, pansinin natin dito from last month, almost ganun din yung situation niya before moving up. So, probably, yeah, it is the same thing here. Pero again, I'm not seeing that strength yet. So, inaabangan ko dito. Oh, sige, ganito na lang. Notepad. Yep. The easiest way to go is a notepad. Wait. Okay. So, if I'm talking about AUD/USD, oops, sorry, AUD/USD. Uh, Uptrend. Ano inaabangan natin dito? Waiting for at least, no? At least a price action pattern for me. Yeah. Price action pattern for me, or what we call yung candlestick pattern, all right? So yun yung inaabangan ko ngayon for sorry, excuse me. For AUDUSD, this is a confirmation of my entry price. Okay, confirmation of my entry price. I cannot see that here on the daily chart yet. Tingnan natin si H4. This is a bearish pin bar. So I don't want to go bias is buy. I look for a bullish pin bar instead. Pero kung nag-break dito, possibly we can go and jump for a potential bullish engulfing on H4. In this case, I will set an alarm on the 61.8. And set tayo ng alarm dyan just in case dito. Or mag-set tayo ng alarm din sa 50 just in case the price goes up, and let's see if we can go. Kasi sometimes, other traders won't really wait for price action pattern but instead will get in on Fibonacci level. So that's something that we can consider as well. Okay? Tingnan ko lang sa H1. H1 very unclear as well. Bearish yung kanyang um, candlestick patterns dito. Kaso nga lang, I don't see clear downtrend here yet. So, ibig sabihin yung bias natin remains to be, yeah, dun sa buy pa rin. Okay? Now, quick look on the 15-minute chart lang. I wouldn't follow my EMAs here. Not really strong trend yet. Okay? This one's looking good for 5-minute trading. Tingnan natin 1-minute trading for short-term trades. Yep, not yet on the position where I can go and have a bit of scalping here right now. So probably the earliest will be H4. Okay, kung ganun man. Pero I would still wait for a price action pattern to confirm my entry. Because basically we have established our point of interest, okay, or our bias. We want to buy, right? So it's either when it touch the 61.8 or 50, then we wait for the price action pattern. Okay? So yan yung titingnan natin um, for AUD USD. Now let's compare Euro USD here. And of course, as usual, delete natin lahat yan. Okay? And as you noticed earlier, yan, meron tayong trend line dyan to see the continuation. Right? So basically, di pa talaga tayo tumatama dito. May consolidation dito ng konti. Right? Pakita ko sa inyo saan nanggagaling yung horizontal line. Or yung bit of a sideways move kanina na yan. Okay. Dito, oops, dali, zoom out natin ng konti. Ayun. Ito yung mas ano niya. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, kailangan natin na i-update ito. Oops, sorry. Ito, yan, reverse daw. Yan, may breakout. Tapos ito, binrake. Dito, hindi masyado. So, ito, siguro I would adjust it a little lower somewhere here. Ito, okay. I will focus more on the recent price movement. Tapos, ito yung kanyang ceiling right here. Okay, so what we are seeing here right now is a bit of a zone. Yeah. For some, probably they would have something right here. Sa akin, too tight na yan. Okay, so this would be a zone right here that I would expect for side. Yun na. So, at dito na yung ginalawan ni Euro USD. Now, just in case it would break out upwards initially, okay, or immediately, sorry, immediately I will find this my resistance as my resistance. So, ito yung pinaka-recent na high. So, as mentioned, I will be more focused on the recent price action because we're seeing consolidation now here. Okay, though, mapapansin mo historically, mukhang nangyayari naman talaga yan dyan sa area na yan. Okay, pero hindi as clear as what we're seeing it here now. Okay, so anyway, just in case mag-breakout siya pataas, yun ang i-expect natin. Pero kung pababa naman, I'd say mag-aabang lang ako dito ng floor level somewhere here. So, yep. Alright. So, 1.0844. Yan yung next level. Alright. So, anong gagawin ko dito ngayon? Oops, sorry. What's that? Huwag muna ikaw. Mamaya ka na. Alright. Dali. Back to Euro USD. Alright. So, dalawang level lang naman to. So, if this consolidation goes, it continues, dito lang ako sa gitna magte-trade. Pag nag-breakout, saka lang tayo mag-change ng bias. Ayan, saka lang tayo mag-change ng bias. So, dito lang muna ako mag-ooperate. So, as usual, kung hindi nyo siya mababantayan, okay, but still your laptop will be turned on. So, the easiest would be to set an alert. Diba? Uh, naman kailangan tutukan niya ng tutukan lagi. So, set mo lang yung alert. Ayan, gawa tayo ng isa pa. Para dito naman sa resistance na to. So, pag tumama either sa support or resistance, doon tayo magiging interesado. Yun yung magiging point of interest natin. Ayan, so nandyan pa siya sa gitna eh. Right? So, it's quite unclear right now saan papunta si Euro USD at least for the short term. Pero long term, sabi ko nga, still an uptrend. The trend has not been invalidated yet. So, ibig sabihin, general bias is still a buy. Ang tinitingnan natin is yung short-term movement niya. So, ibig sabihin, not until it breaks out of the immediate ceiling right now or the current ceiling at 1.0991, okay, ang buying ko talaga or full, let's say, buy would be that way. Alright? Pero, pwede na ako mag-umpisa if the price touches or test the 1.0918 dito sa area na to. Okay, pero kung umakyat siya muna initially, I can have my short-term sell anticipating for continuation nitong sideways move or consolidation for some. Okay, pero pag nag-breakout yan, as I have said earlier, the initial bias is a buy. So, ibig sabihin pag nag-breakout, magre-reassess ako ng short-term movement or short-term positions ko. Okay? So, yan yung ating initial bias dyan for Euro USD. GBP USD naman, papansin nyo, very straightforward naman yung chart pero it's always good to have a clean and fresh look of the chart if not every Monday. Um, kung makakatulong, gawin nyo nga every time you open your chart first hour in the morning eh. So, para mas mas nagiging, I'd say, fresh, sorry, na-stuck kaka-drawing ng line, right? So, mas fresh yung view nyo of what's happening in the market. Okay? So, meron ka medyo, may zone ka dito or for some, they call it an order block, right? So, dito, fresh look tayo dyan dito, dito naman sa baba. So, coming from here, dito naman. Okay, good. Oops, adjust lang tayo ng konti. Ayan. Okay, so ibig sabihin, this is our major support and resistance levels. Yeah. Tapos nagkakaroon ka na parang median dyan. Okay. Ito yung pinaka last na high na break niya. Okay, and stay there. Well, technically, sorry, not the last high kasi ito yung na-break niya recently. Alright? Pero, ito yung pumipigil dun sa head and shoulder pattern na nabanggit ko sa inyo kanina. So, expectation kasi from last week is nung umakyat yan dito, babalik na siya. Ayan. So, as perfect as the pattern could be, this is your head and shoulder pattern. Alright? So, anyway, tapos pag nag-breakout, saka tayo magsasell further. No? Sorry, katinalalaman ako. Pero anyway, what happened is that nagstay si market dito, medyo nag-sideways. So, kung pupunta tayo sa lower time frame, ayun na, meron kang short-term uptrend na nakikita dyan. Right? If you can consider this. Oops, sorry. So, ito yung short-term na uptrend na yan. Okay? Ito yung movement niya ngayon. So, parang nawawala yung possibility of that head and shoulder pattern. Okay? Pero, syempre, sabihin natin, no, hindi pa rin natin ma-discount yung possibility na pwede siyang mangyari. So, anong ibig sabihin? If this uptrend channel continues, then of course, the bias will change. Okay, balik lang ako sa D1 doon, tanggalin ko yung channel ulit. Right? Pero ang buying area ko would be above this zone pa. Hindi mo na ako magbabay dito. Or kung tumama siya dito sa floor na to, that could be the earliest. Okay? So, pwedeng nandito yung una kong buy sa alert na yan. Tapos, attempt to buy again. Okay? Pero, another area to buy is mas nandun sa baba. Okay? Dali. Yan, alert tayo ulit dyan. Okay, dito sa part na to. Right? And just in case na bumaba pa siya further, then dito na yung selling area natin na mas malaki yung room. Okay? Doon naman sa buy medyo, yeah, mas mataas-taas pa rin yung pupuntahan niya ng siguro hanggang 1.31, 43. Ito yung pinaka-resistance natin afterwards. Pero anyway, not until those things happen, yung breakout, uh, or a breach on the significant levels, saka lang mag-change yung bias ko. So, obserbahan ko muna siya dito sa part na to. Okay? Ayan. Yun yung ating GBP USD. So, ibig sabihin, tingnan nga natin dito, uptrend, uptrend, uptrend. Dito, not so strong of an uptrend. So, ibig sabihin, technically speaking, okay, pataas yung expectation natin kay AUD, USD, Euro USD, GBP USD. Now, on the other side, no, nung analysis, okay, so remember you have fundamental and you have technical. What we're doing is technical analysis. So kung ang expectation natin for the dollar, or at least itong tatlong currency pairs na tinitingnan natin wherein the dollar is the term currency. Kung pataas ang expectation natin sa kanya, so ibig sabihin, we are anticipating for a weaker dollar, if not for the week, no, towards the end of the month. Yeah, we're halfway through. Given na on the technical analysis, we are expecting for an uptrend continuation. Okay? So, there are a lot of things to expect for the entire week pa. We have what do you call this? The number from the Federal Reserve, okay? And that's manufacturing index, okay? Tapos you have retail sales numbers, you have building permit numbers, okay? So, yun yung mga ina-expect natin for the entire week for the dollar, right? And for euro and AUD, okay? You have unemployment rate upcoming for the Aussie. Tapos, tomorrow pa, okay, January 16th, you have claimant count for the pound. Tapos, tingnan ko nga, double check ko. I think merong schedule for Governor Bailey to speak tomorrow evening, Philippine time. Yeah, there you go, yun. And I think I mentioned unemployment claims for the dollar, right? Um, and unemployment rate for AUD USD on Thursday. Tapos retail sales on Friday for the pound. Ayan. Then we have President Lagarde speaking or sorry, on behalf of the European Central Bank naman. So that could what do you call this? Um be significant for the euro, yeah, this week as well. So maraming pwedeng mangyari as far as technical analysis, oh sorry, fundamental analysis is concerned, as we have a lot of high impact news lined up for the entire week. Okay, so pinakamaganda pa rin dyan is ang magandang situation or best case scenario would be your technical analysis aligns with your fundamental analysis. So kung uptrend ang expectation dito sa mga currency pairs na na-check natin so far, so ibig sabihin we want to see a not so good number for the dollar when it comes to this reports that we are expecting. Yeah, katulad ng ano ba yung nabanggit ko kanina? Hindi ko siya ma-memorize lahat, no? Yung nabanggit ko na mga, kunwari, building permits, unemployment claims, no? So, yun yung mga ina-expect natin. Right? So, anyway, at least, technically, technically, ang bias for the dollar this week, yeah, is to be a little weak, right? Pero, for GBP USD, it could be strong dollar, yeah, or it must be a strong dollar, no, para ma-confirm yung ating head and shoulder pattern. All right. Anyway, so let's look into the dollar-based pairs naman, katulad ni USD CAD. So just in case the dollar will be strong, or sorry, initial bias from the previous currencies that we have checked, kung magiging weak si dollar, then USD CAD's downtrend would be right? Or we would see a continuation of this USD CAD downtrend. So, para lang makita natin kung saan nanggagaling itong mga lines na to, ulitin ko, right? 3 months data, still a downtrend, okay? Look at that. We're sitting in there, just close or touching the trend line. Then, as you noticed earlier, I have my Fibonacci there. So we're in the middle of this 61.8 and 38.2 at 50% exactly. Yep, right now. Okay. So what we're missing is a strong price action, or a what do you call this? A price action pattern. Okay, a significant price action pattern that will help us make the trading decision. Though the previous bar is a bullish pin bar, uh, I I wouldn't be going in for that bullish pin bar yet. Okay, not until it breaks out this 1.3470 level, the previous support na na-break ni USD CAD. Okay? From here, ito naman yung next. Okay? So, meron tayong konting floor level dito sa area na to, that can probably support this pin bar, pero it would be a short-term buy here. So, watch out lang. A 30 pipper move. Tingnan natin if that would move in our favor or not. Pero generally, the downtrend is still visible on USD CAD. Meron na kayong parang ring low dito na pattern. Okay? On H4. H1 is not as strong of a pin bar that I would like to see. It is touching my trend line resistance. So, sabi ko nga, probably if it goes outside of the trend line, yep, I'll be more comfortable or confident to go for that buy. Sa ngayon, hindi ako ganun ka-confident to go for an early buy on USD CAD. Right? So, obserbahan natin yan. Tingnan naman natin si USD, CHF, the Swiss, still on a downtrend, staying below 85.90, right? Or sorry, 85.69. That's the July support level, right? Look at that December price. Strong dollar, good. Pero yeah, from July rallying there. Pero pagdating dito, hindi niya na na-sustain, break yung floor. So we're seeing a weaker dollar here, right? As the December ends, as the 2023 ends. Okay? Or ended. Yan. So, tingnan natin dito kung ito talaga, bias ko talaga dito, sell pa rin eh. Not until the price goes above. Hindi ko na kailangan ni trend line dyan eh. That resistance alone is a good reason for me. Nag-doji lang tayo dyan on Friday. Hindi na-confirm yung ating pin bar dito. Um, we had a pending order there, pero hindi na-confirm. Okay? Anyway, I'd like to see the price test the resistance again. So, ibig sabihin, as far as alerts are concerned, this will be the alert area that we have. Touch the resistance, then we could go for another sell. Yeah, kung hindi talaga pa siya mag-push through, then yeah, sabi nga natin, it could be a stronger dollar as well, as these numbers na ina-expect natin would be good for the dollar. So, yeah, that could turn the tide, as they say. Good dollar, ibig sabihin we could see a rally of USD CHF here. Again, same with USD CAD. And dollar yan has been doing that actually. Pero medyo nagkakaroon ka ng konting hesitation dito sa part na to. So, I've been waiting for that downward continuation after this correction. Okay. One thing that was a little bit exciting for dollar yen was the breakout out of this 144 74 level. Okay. Ayun, nasa taas na siya. So, it could be a different story for dollar yen. Okay? If this strength continues, tanggalin ko na tong trend line natin dyan. Medyo hindi na siya ganun ka-significant. But for some, okay, kung itong uptrend na to, balik ko lang, this uptrend right here, this trend line here, could be a measuring tool for a potential trend reversal to eventually, for the initial turnaround here for the full reversal. So, but then again, I cannot discount the resistance at 144.74. So, babantayan pa rin natin yan. Okay? So, tingnan ko nga dito. Good pin bar there. Sitting on this one right here. Tingnan nga natin a 74 pepper move. Okay? This is a good pin bar. Hindi nga lang siya nag-trigger nung Friday. Okay? Pero tingnan natin. Tingnan natin. Magandang obserbahan itong area na to. I'm interested for a buy here, at least short term, towards the trend line, or maybe this resistance on the 4 hourly chart. Okay. This is like about a 100 pepper move plus minus 30. 130, diba? 140, abot ng ganun. from the current floor. So obserbahan natin to, napakaganda nito tingnan short term. Okay? Pero wag lang tayo masyadong in love dito sa uptrend na to kasi sabi nga natin, we could probably see a trend reversal anytime soon. Okay? One thing I have noticed, yes, pwede pa rin ito at 78.6. That's the like literally your last line of defense for an uptrend before you lose momentum. Yep, that's a good one right there. So napakaganda nung rally ni dollar as far as dollar yen is concerned at the beginning of the year. Okay, so if you are a buyer on dollar yen, you would like to see a continuation of that move, no? So ako, a reminder lang, I must watch out for the next resistance somewhere at 146. Then if it would really break out of that, then watch out for this trend line resistance. That would be form of a retest. Yeah, i-retest niya if it would go back to that uptrend that we have seen dollar yen has been doing since January last year. Isipin mo yung entire year the dollar has been uptrend, right? Uh, Kumbaga dito yung pinaka significant na challenge ni dollar yen. Okay? Right. So that's the bias for dollar yen. Then let's look at the correlation on it or of it on gold. Though you can see that gold has been moving upwards as well for the entire year, or not necessarily for the entire year, at least if you're looking at January somewhere here, okay, initially umakyat, bumaba dito, nag-correct pa dito ng mga September, tapos umakyat ulit to. So ito yung tawag dito, the war, right, in the Middle East naman. So biglang tumaas yung value ng dollar. So ay sorry ng gold, okay? So um then eventually got tested right here, created a new all-time high. Dun sa, tingnan nga natin anong mark to ulit. Nakalimutan ko tong price na to. So like about 2145, yeah. And 2145 yung highest niya. So 2075, sorry. 2075. Eh, ba tong likot ng kamay ko? Dito tayo. Point ko lang to dito. Ayan, 2075. Okay? Or 2075. Yun yung pinakamataas niya. So anyway, usual, not you. Okay, delete lang natin yan. Let's have a fresh look on gold. Okay, tingnan natin to. So, pinaka-obvious is like, okay, ito yung initial resistance. Okay, yan yung level na yan. Tapos yung floor yung nandito sa pinakababa. Alright. So, yung maliit na ano na yan, for some, yan, mga order block or for me, that's just as simple as a zone. Okay, it's a zone. Okay. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, that's like a thicker resistance for me. Tapos, I take this one for the week. Itong level na to where you can see this sort of like an inverse head and shoulder pattern. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, we do not see a strong uptrend, but as far as technical analysis is concerned, we have higher lows, right? So, ibig sabihin, you could probably expect for an ascending triangle here for a breakout. So, ibig sabihin, it could be good for the dollar. Again, leaning towards a weaker dollar as far as technical analysis is concerned here. Again, we could be wrong and suddenly the market drops and correct that. Okay, if the news will be good for the dollar this week. Okay, so ibig sabihin from the bias last week na sell, I was anticipating for a breakout from the 2018 number, sorry, price level, pero hindi nangyari yan, right? We got corrected there nung Friday. So we want to see if this can be a continuation or not. So ito yung area na babantayan natin for the resistance. Okay. Then that's the selling area initially. Pag nag-breakout, then we would change the bias as we can see that this could be, right, an ascending triangle somewhere here pag magkaroon ng construction dito and you see buyers pressure coming from the trend line support. Okay? So yun yung take natin on the gold. So technically, the last currency pair on the list. But yeah, for the fun of it, let's look at Bitcoin stretching. Yeah, its strength to like about 48,000, I think. Yeah. Yan, itong level na to, okay? So, now seeing a bit of a dip here, pero we're getting in on this area, itong consolidation area ni Bitcoin from November to December right here, okay? Kung mapapansin mo siya dito, we're back to that consolidation area, but it doesn't mean that that uptrend is already invalidated. So, there's still a very reasonable uh uptrend to watch out for, okay, or continuation of that uptrend is still feasible, right? So bantayan natin to, okay. And for the ones who are trading VIX as well, so nandito pa rin tayo sa area na to kay VIX, it's still a downtrend, okay. We have a trade there waiting for the TP to happen, okay, pero tingnan natin, it's still a downtrend right here. Our TP is somewhere at the resistance of 25,000. Okay? So, tingnan natin hanggang saan siya pwedeng pumunta. Okay? Not 25,000. 258. Yan. Yung number na yan. Okay? So, anyway, those are the major currency pairs and the primary commodities that I am personally monitoring for the entire week. Let me know on the comment section what are your thoughts, no, about these asset classes, okay. And at the same time, I'll be posting a reminder of the high impact news, right? At least the high impact news, or sama ko na yung mid impact news that we are to expect for the entire week for the major currency pairs, and specifically for the dollar, right? So yun yung gusto nating what you call this, makita or obserbahan for the entire week. All right. So, ayan. I would see you guys again Monday next week for the live market review again at 6 a.m. Okay. And always stay tuned on the daily updates that we have, okay, sa ating Facebook page for some screenshot of the things that I'm looking at and a bit of an input of what I'm anticipating for to happen. Yeah, lalo na dun sa mga daily trade ideas or market analysis that I am posting. So let me know as well if it helps you or not, or there are other currency pairs that you want me to add on the list. All right. So yun muna for now. I'll see you guys on the next session. And if you have some questions or clarifications, just reach out to me. Okay. Do not hesitate to go and message me. If not on this YouTube channel, you go and message me directly on Facebook. So again, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, let me remind you to plan your trades and trade your plan. And as you do it, may the pips be with every one of us. I'll see you guys in the next section. Bye for now. Cheers.